One of the most distinguished and best recorded holy wells is the St. Bridget's Well in Liscannor, County Clare. Wells and churches dedicated to St. Bridget are found throughout Ireland. She is often considered second only to St. Patrick, and many still visit her wells for religious devotion. Many visitors have left offerings at the wells for a range of purposes. Beside the usual holy pictures, coins, rosaries, and ribbons, there are handwritten notes, requests for prayers for sick relatives or other needs. Tokens are left during prayers or in gratitude for favors received. Nowadays, not only has the day of the annual rituals shifted, but also the tokens have become more modernized, and the rituals have changed. The celebrations are much smaller now and focus on more traditional Christian rituals, but many hundreds of people come to visit the well over the course of a year.
Many other holy wells can be found throughout Ireland. Most often, holy wells are found at a spring, but they can range from an entire pond to only a hole in a rock or tree where dew and rain collects. The holy site contains the well itself, as well as nearby streams, stone crosses, trees, bushes, altars, and statues. Overall, an estimated 3,000 holy wells can be found throughout Ireland. Many of these wells were famous for their power to heal diseases. These powers were often attributed to the well's patron saint. Usually, there is a traditional story for each well that explains why the saint left a supernatural healing power in the well. Such holy wells were believed to have the most effective healing power on the feast day dedicated to the patron saint, or at certain times of day, such as twilight. Some wells were believed to cure all sicknesses, while others were used to treat specific illnesses like headaches, eye diseases, backaches, or other ailments. When not named for a saint, holy wells were often named after the specific illness or body part they were said to cure, like the eye well or the well of the plague. Some wells may also act to protect an entire village or town by warding off disease and protecting the community.
Associated with the surrounding trees at the holy wells is the so-called scapegoat ritual. An object that had touched the body was dipped in the well water, rubbed on the affected part, and left on a tree to let nature take the now disembodied illness away. The item could also be thrown into or left beside the well, so that the illness may be taken over by the water, the tree, or even another person seeing the item. The idea of detachment or unfastening the illness was further embodied in using pins, buttons, or nails to be left at the well. Holy wells were not only visited to cure the person, but also to foretell if the sick person could expect recovery. This prospect of fulfillment could be seen in certain signs, such as the state and quality of the water, the number of bubbles, or the sight of a sacred trout or eel, which was considered a very good omen. Most rituals at holy wells today relate to Catholicism, but there are many rituals dating back to pre-Christian origin, as well as sites that are more open to alternative rituals, especially St. Bridget's Wells, due to her historically alternative identity as a Celtic goddess.
Superstitious beliefs have often surrounded the use of holy wells in Ireland. Sacred fish were believed to live in many holy wells, especially trouts or eels. Catching a sacred fish could be considered a gravely bad omen, since interference with a sacred trout or eel was believed to cause death within 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 years. Of the 3,000 holy wells in Ireland, most were believed to be the site of a miracle, but many are now forgotten or not used for rituals. However, even today, prominent holy wells are still places of devotion, and holy wells of all types can frequently be found throughout the landscape. So we started our project by doing independent research, finding books and articles in the library that we sent each other and sent each other the links to until we felt we had compiled enough information that we could start outlining what we wanted to do and how we wanted to organize our video.
Yeah, and we also filmed a holy well that we found in the woods near the university. But all in all, it was quite a challenging task for us because at first it was quite difficult to decide what we want to focus on, and because we found such a lot of information, it was very difficult to cut down the information into a 4 to 5 minute video. And it was also especially challenging for me because I had never done a video before, and at first I had no idea how to approach this.
Yeah, the documentary style was definitely different for me. I had never done anything like that before. I have made a video for school before, so I was able to help out with the software and putting the video together, but deciding how we wanted to organize the video and how we wanted to put the information together on the video was definitely something that we both had to sort of figure out together. But overall, we really liked this assignment. It was different, but it focused on something that neither of us had experience with before. These kind of folk traditions I didn't know anything about, I'd never heard of before. So we both thought it was kind of interesting to learn more about it.